Hi everyone, I'm Ankit Tandon. I am currently the Global CBO and CEO of Southeast Asia Middle East at OYO. I have been with OYO now for 7 years. I used to be working at McKinsey & Company before, where I spent about 5 years, and I started my career with an Indian conglomerate called ITC. Great to be here. I think this has been an area where COVID probably kind of helped us or helped accelerate a lot of changes which we were trying to make into our own style of operating and ways of operating. I think OYO always wanted to and was thinking about becoming a product first or a tech first sort of a company. And COVID kind of gave us an opportunity to go deep and fasten this journey. I think what we realized in COVID is maybe 2-3 things. One, it's more important to solve for things as tech first rather than people first. So, for example, when your customers are calling you for changes or modifications, how can you have simple things like chatbots to help them make changes and modifications rather than having people do that? Similarly, when you talk about business development with hotels, how can you have maybe self-sign-up options for hotel owners rather than they necessarily having to meet someone to be able to come onto the platform? So these are a lot of places where we went on to develop things like OYO chatbot for our customers. We developed a product called OYO 360, which is a self-sign-up option for our patrons, which kind of helped them post-pandemic. I think the other thing which we did, for example, is to solve for a lot of things on our patron side technology, because more and more now also people, a lot of our owners want to take stock of their business and run their business remotely. So how you can do revenue management remotely through technology which you have. So a mobile app which is basically given to owners, through which they can do price management, revenue management better, is a big area of investment. And these are some of the examples of how we solved for our technology during the pandemic. When it comes to OYO, we have first of all, our customer app, which is truly integrated offline and online, meaning whatever the customers do, even at the hotel, they can also use the app for doing that. So I'll give you an example. For example, earlier people necessarily used to come to the hotels only and check in. Now we basically made sure that the customers, when they are on their way to the hotel, they can actually do a seamless check-in through the app, so that at the hotel they don't really have to wait at the reception, rather just pick up their keys and walk to the room. So making check-in sort of online. Another such example is when people are in the room, then they necessarily don't have to call the hotel front desk through the reception phone, but they can actually use the app to even talk to the front desk and ask for services like a housekeeping service, or maybe place an order for a food. This is another example of integrating offline and online to provide that omni-channel experience. And I think more than that, making sure that it's not just about their interaction with the hotel, but it's also about, for example, their interaction with, even if they were to call the call center, it's a common stack, so that what they see on their app versus if they call it the call center, it's all the common stack, so they all see whatever they have spoken is all in one place. Okay, I think on the customer experience side, what really matters is, first of all, that the entire customer journey, right from discovery of hotels to booking to any sort of modification they want to do in their booking before check-in, to check-in, check-out, it's as seamless as it gets. And the most important thing for us is how we kind of have our customer app, which gives the customers ability to do this end-to-end journey just through the app. So when they come to our app, they can actually see very personalized set of properties, content and pricing offers for them. if they have to make any changes to the booking, they can actually really interact with us through a chatbot, or even call us and make the changes effortlessly. They can actually check in via the app and not really at the hotel, and just pick up the keys and walk in. They can use the app while they're at the hotel, and they can actually leave feedback on the app once they have gone out, so that they can actually that feedback can come back to us, and we can help get back to them for anything they want. So I think this is a great example of how to make the customer experience seamless. On top of this, specifically, like I said, customers are looking for things post-pandemic to make their booking more flexible. So, for example, giving them options like insurance, so that in case anything happens to their booking, it's insured. So we kind of are doing mandatory insurance for customers, so that they can actually have their bookings insured. We just launched it in Southeast Asia as well. Then flexible pricing capabilities, so that it's not necessarily prepaid. Customers can actually pay at hotel once they come in, so that they feel more secure about the fact that they can make the booking and turn up and pay. I think a lot of these are examples of how we are solving for the customer experience. Let me quote about a couple of examples. I think the first example is on how we use our entire proprietary pricing algorithm. I think there's tons of data which we get from various sources in terms of hotel occupancies, hotel rates, external data points such as weather, local events, season, hotel rates at the cluster, at the country level. And we use all this data to actually use a proprietary algorithm to modify prices of the property about 48 times a day. This is something which I think is the heart and crux of what OYO does in terms of better revenue management, and hence better revenue capabilities for any hotel which partners with us. Then another example is how we use AI ML to actually do a lot of personalization for customers. So like I said, some customers want to look at certain type of properties, certain type of price points, certain type of content for making their choices. And we use a lot of data which they have shared with us in their past interactions to actually personalize the app offers and the promos and the choice of properties which appear to them first, so that the conversion overall is higher. I think these are just two simple examples of how we use AI ML to better do business.